Genesis Communications presents the show that's helping people see better and feel better all over Florida. It's Ask the Doctor with board-certified optometric physician, certified nutritional specialist, and popular radio host, Dr. Michael Lang of Lang Eye Care and Associates.
Doctor, my eyes cannot see the sky. Is this the price for having learned how not to cry?
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Lang of the Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. If you've got a question regarding your vision, eye care, or a nutritionally related topic, pick up the phones and give me a call. I am live in the studios today. This is Saturday, October 14th, 2017. I do want to apologize. I know I've run a lot of tapes lately. You know, my hobby is racing cars now. I've been at Sebring and NOLA Speedway in New Orleans and also Miami, Homestead Miami Racing, and actually been doing quite well. But I am in the saddle this morning. Once again, this is a live show, Saturday, October 14th, 9:06 in the morning. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. Phone number is 866-977-4820. For those of you that are new to the program, who's Dr. Lang? Well, I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm also a certified nutritional specialist. I founded Lang Eye Care and Associates March 15th of 1993. We grew to 13 locations, one of the largest privately owned eye care centers in the country. And April of last year, I ended up selling all my eye care centers except the Lang Eye Institute. It was a great day for me. I kept the Lang Eye Institute. That's our largest center that is in the Villages. The building is 30,000 square feet. We take care of just about every aspect of eye care at the Lang Eye Institute. Dr. Michael Tolatino, world-renowned retina specialist, is at the Lang Eye Institute. Certainly Dr. Seaborn Hunt, great cataract surgeon, is there. Dr. John Poser, plastic surgeon. Myself, Dr. Michael Lang, Dr. Yadi Exposito, one of our great optometrists, is on staff at that facility. Also, Michael Moore, our hearing specialist, is upstairs. Dr. John Podlatsky, your naturopathic, chiropractic, nutritional specialist guru, is also there. So we've got a great team at the Lang Eye Institute. The Lang Eye Institute is on the corner of County Road 101 and 466 in the heart of the Villages. Let me give you the phone number for the Lang Eye Institute, and then we're going to start taking some callers. So get a pen and a paper. We got people from all over the state of Florida and all over the country to the Lang Eye Institute. Is area code 352-753-4014. That's area code 352-753-4014. We do take the United Healthcare HMO that everybody in the Villages has. We certainly take Medicare and just about every insurance under the roof. One more time, the phone number for the Lang Eye Institute, 352-753-4014. Also, before I take the next call, if you're watching me on Facebook right now, you can go to, I think it's AM820 Facebook, something like that. And you can watch them. I'm holding up Naked Fortify Super Protein. And the reason I'm doing that, this is one of the most bioavailable proteins in the world. But right now we got a fall special that we're running. And that fall special is you buy a protein and you buy the Fortify Blue Green Superfood, organic superfood, which is FODMAP-free and gluten-free. That means if you have IBS, you can take it. So the combination of the protein and the superfood, you can mix the two together. It's a complete meal. It's delicious. You get 25% off if you go to the website at fortify.com, and it's fall25. Use that promo code fall25 as the promo code. All right, on the website or at the Lang Eye Institute or at the Nutrition Center in Ocala. All right, we're going to take the phone calls. Let's see who's on first base here. Bob, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Dr. Lang, and congratulations on your ongoing saga here.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the racing.
I most certainly am.
Yeah, I'm in the advanced class now at Sebring. I gotta brag a little bit. I was only passed once the whole day. I ran Saturday and Sunday 8 races. I only was passed once in 2 races, so I got second place in 2 races. I ran out of gas in 1 race, but otherwise I was basically out front in all the rest. One person passed me, the national champion who races for Porsche. As a matter of fact, he's a local boy in the area and a doctor, a vascular surgeon, Dr. Kerr, who's national champion. Very fast in a Porsche GT3R. It's a factory road racing Porsche. And, just passed me once, so twice, actually.
Good. How's your car holding up?
Car's doing great. Brand new slicks. Everything's working great. I'm thinking about stripping it down a little bit. I hear that for every 100 pounds you strip it, you get 1/10 of a second faster speed in a quarter mile. Now remember, that's 3.7 miles, so that's a second and a half faster on that lap, and I'm turning about a 2:16, 2:17 lap time right now. So every bit helps.
Well, good luck, and always be careful.
Thank you, Bob.
This morning, Dr. Lang, over the last couple of weeks or so, in your absence, I've heard a couple infomercials that kind of piqued my curiosity in so much as I wanted to ask you about it. One program I listened to was touting the benefits of krill oil versus omega-3 fish oil. Now, they weren't trying to say one was better than the other necessarily, but that the krill oil did have an advantage, and they homed it down that the advantage was the presence of astaxanthin in the krill oil, which, of course, the fish oil does not have. Mm-hmm. But I am well aware that Fortify has Fortify Focus, which does have the astaxanthin in it. So, long way to go on to the question, would you feel that the combination of Fortify Omega-3 and Focus would serve the same purpose as the Omega-3 and krill combination?
Great question. Absolutely. When you combine our Fortify Super Omega with our Fortify Focus, you're getting the benefits of the omega-3 essential fatty acids plus 6 milligrams of astaxanthin and some lutein and zeaxanthin as well. There is nowhere near 6 milligrams of astaxanthin in any krill. You can take the whole bottle of krill, and you're not even going to get 6 milligrams of astaxanthin. So the problem here, krill, as we know, is a source of omega-3, but the problem is there is not much omega-3 in it at all. It's somewhat almost of a lie. I mean, you look at a krill bottle and it'll say, okay, 1,000 milligrams of krill oil, but then turn it over and look at the back and see how much actual omega-3 is in it. Less than 100 milligrams of omega-3. Our Fortify Super Omega dosage is 1,600 milligrams of omega-3. So there's not enough omega-3 in krill to do anything. Now, the studies indicate that krill is a little bit more bioavailable than even the best fish oil, the triglyceride form, and I agree with that because of the phospholipids that are in it. The phospholipids make it absorb a little bit better, anywhere from 10 to 15, 16%, depending on what study you look at. But the problem is nobody's giving you anything that has a large amount. I mean, they'd have to be giving you a krill that has, 1,000 milligrams of omega-3 in it at least. The most I've ever seen in my life is 100 milligrams of omega-3 in these krill. So nobody's coming close to that. The astaxanthin that's in it is just about useless. Yes, astaxanthin is one of the most potent antioxidants on the planet, and it is a potent anti-inflammatory, but there is not enough omega-3 or astaxanthin to do any oxidative, antioxidative damage or anti-inflammatory properties. We've actually done omega index testing on almost every krill oil you can buy, and the omega index doesn't move any more than if that person was on no omega-3 or no krill. When you take 2 of our Fortify Super Omega Index, as long as you weigh less than 250 pounds, 2 of our Fortify Super Omegas, your Omega Index will go between 9 and 11.2%. Anything over 8% is where we want to get you to that heart healthy zone. So you can't believe everything you hear. There's a lot of hype out there about krill. There's a lot of marketing campaigns, and people are making a lot of money on, I hate to say this, on the ignorance of the public. So that's why this show is so important, educating people. And astaxanthin, yes, is very, very important. We're going to talk more about that in a minute because astaxanthin has some amazing muscle properties, muscle benefits that have been starting to come to light that are being proven in many clinical studies right now. So when you combine our Fortify Focus, not only with the omega-3, but with the Fortify Super Protein for athletes, it's going to be a win-win situation.
Excellent. Well, I told the call screener I probably was going to give you a nice softball this morning.
Yes, that was. That's my area of expertise, no doubt.
Yes. Did very well. Take care of yourself, Dr. Lang. Lord willing, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, Bob, you take care. Bye-bye.
You bet.
All right, we got a lot of great callers. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. The phone number is 866-977-4820. That's 866-977-4820. Also, a good friend of mine and one of the leading hearing specialists out there, board-certified hearing specialist Michael Moore, Hear More Medical Centers, is upstairs in the Lang Eye Institute. I don't endorse anybody unless I believe in them. Michael is a great guy. He does free hearing evaluations. He cleans the ears out, certified in cleaning wax removal. A lot of you have poor hearing because the wax that's impacted in your ears. And I don't know how he makes money. I really don't, because he does almost everything for free. But Michael Moore, Hear More Medical Centers, upstairs in the Lang Eye Institute. I think he's there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to give you his phone number. Write this down. He guarantees the lowest price if you're looking for a hearing aid on the market. And I know he's helped a lot of my patients. So his phone number is 352-571-0150. One more time, if you're looking for a great hearing specialist, you live in the villages, it's worth the drive. If you don't live in the villages, Michael Moore, Hear More Medical Centers, 352-571-0150. All right, remember, before the next call, right now, if you're taking our Fortify Super Protein, if you're not taking our Fortify Super Protein, you may want to start taking it. Not only does it benefit your muscles, weight loss, muscle gain, strength gain, it stimulates glutathione, which is the master antioxidant in your body, better than anything on the market. This is from New Zealand grass-fed, organically raised A2 cows. I'm holding up the Naked Super Protein. That's totally plain, but we have chocolate and vanilla. Remember, when you combine this with the Fortify Blue-Green Superfood, it's a complete meal replacement if you want to lose weight or pick-me-up in between meals. So when you buy both of them, the organic Blue-Green Superfood and either one of the Fortify Super Proteins, you're getting 25% off. It's the fall special. Write that promo code down, FALL25. Until the end of November, FALL25. It's a great deal, 25% off on the website at Fortify.com. Go to the promo code section at Fortify.com, type in FALL25. You have to put both of them in your basket at checkout, and you'll get 25% off automatically. That's Fortifeye. It's kind of a play on words, Fortify.com. The phone number for Fortify is 866-503-9746. One more time, get a pen. I'm going to give you that number in 10 seconds. The phone number for Fortify Vitamins, based out of Ocala. It's also there on 17th Street, right next door to Wood U. You can go in there and actually try these products before you buy them. The phone number for Fortify Vitamins is 866-503-9746. All right. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. I am live this time. I am not at a race. I'm going to be live next week as well. 866-977-4820. Give me a call, 866-977-4820. I want to find out if we're coming in loud and clear on the Sky, 97.3 FM. Sky Studios out of Gainesville, Florida. I've been on that radio station for over 20 years now. Of course, we're on News Talk 820, broadcasting throughout the great state of Florida as well. All right, let's go back to the phones. Steve, good morning. How's it doing in Bradenton?
Oh, doing pretty good. How you doing, Doc?
I'm hanging in there.
Maybe you could take some remote equipment and put it in your pit stall, and you could do your show and race in the same weekend.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That's a good idea. Put it right there in the motorhome, and you can hear the track sounds. Those Ferraris going 180 miles an hour.
That'd be a sweet thing, wouldn't it?
I might just try that.
I was calling about thickness of the retina today. You kind of know my story, and I've got a thick retina, and that's why I can't see as well as I'd like to. And I've had about 6 of the Avastin shots, and every 6 weeks or so. And last time, about a month ago, they gave me the Ozurdex shot, which I guess turned out to be pretty good because it took a scan. I was in there the other day, and it went from 568 down to 510. And I asked him what was normal, and he said like 280. And I said, do you think I can ever get down in the 300s? And he said, absolutely. Is he telling me what I want to hear, or is that something that could possibly happen?
You know, I don't know if anybody has a true crystal ball. Nobody can tell you for sure, all right? But, you know, a competent retinal specialist that deals with this, you know, on a daily basis, you know, probably has a very good idea. You know, everybody reacts differently to medication, lifestyle changes, dietary changes. But no, I have seen many people with much thicker corneas than you, much thicker, come down to normal, all right? I've seen that happen, you know, many cases. I've seen some of it happen even without injections, you know, combination of things like the Fortify Focus, MacuHealth, and things of this nature that have helped patients. But the ultimate goal is to use the combination of traditional medicine, what your retina specialist is doing, the injections, the combination of injections, topical and oral medications, combined with, you know, proper nutrition. And this is where, you know, a lot of people that listen to my show, you know, are totally into alternative, holistic, natural approaches. And I got to tell you, and I'm going to repeat this twice in the show, macular degeneration is not something you want to attempt to treat only naturally, especially in the wet phase. For those of you that are in Marion County, going to see certain doctors in that area that are not even eye doctors, that are practicing these natural approaches for macular degeneration. First of all, you should be going to your eye doctor, because I have many of these patients have been getting worse very rapidly because they've been avoiding the injections, because they've been told that, oh no, let's do this and this protocol, let's use this TENS unit or this microcurrent stimulation or this other thing and these vitamins, and you're going to be fine. And these patients are losing vision very rapidly. So the current way to treat macular edema, swelling, diabetic maculopathy, wet macular degeneration, the gold standard is using these injections, whether it's Avastin, whether it's Lucentis, Eylea, you know, Pajudex, or these steroids or these anti-VEGF, or the combination of these is the way to go. Like I said, but using the supplements that we talk about and the dietary changes we talk about. And then, good Lord willing, you're gonna, you know, improve or stabilize, because as you know, you only have one good eye, and it's not that good, Steve. So, you know, a little prayer along with it.
He says it might take. He says it might take a year for it to get back. He tells me I'm getting better, but it's so slow that it's hard to tell on a daily basis.
Steve, what is your blood sugar typically running, fasting blood sugar in the morning now?
About 90.
Right. And you lost a lot of weight, didn't you, since we started this radio show?
Yeah, I lost 80 pounds.
And how much do you weigh now?
209.
And how tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, so you're at a pretty good weight right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what my I went in for a physical, and my regular MD, she says, well, how much more do you want to lose? And I said 10 more. She says, no, you're done. You're good where you're at. Just stay right there.
Good. I'm glad you took those pounds off, because that was one of the best things you could do for your eyes and your entire body, because you're still a young man. How old are you?
I'm 68.
Yeah, you're still a young man. Like I said, 68 is very young these days. If you lived in the villages, you'd be one of the youngest patients I would see. My average age patient I see in the villages is 82.
Is that right?
Yep, 82. But remember, I've been seeing these patients for a long time. So they started out, you know, in their late 50s, and now they're in their 80s. Yeah.
Is there anything else I can do to, you know, I'm getting these shots. I got my weight down. My blood sugar's real good. My A1C was 5.0 last time, which the doctor said was too low. She'd rather have it up a little at 6.0, which I don't know if that's true or not. What do you think about that?
I would do, if your doctor wants it up at 6, then I would do what your doctor says. She has your best interest at stake. I think she's probably doing a pretty good job. I would follow that advice. Once again, you have to be very careful since you took the weight off of being over-medicated if you're taking diabetic medication. That's a very big problem in this country. Patients get on a specific diet. They don't communicate with their doctor enough. Then they're over-medicated, and they die because of that. Their blood sugar drops to 50 when they're driving. They pass out. They get in an accident, and they die. So I always tell my diabetics to get some of those glucose pills you can get at the pharmacy, or have a Snickers, some apple juice, or something always with you in the car if you're driving, because if you're going down the road someplace and you can't get off the exit for another 15 miles and your blood sugar's dropped, you might not make it. So always have something with you in your pocket, or women in their purse, that has sugar in it that can bump your sugar up fast, because over-medication is a big problem. If that's happening a lot, you have to talk to your doctor, because sometimes they have to cut your medication back or even get you off the medication.
Yeah, I was taking metformin and glipizide, and she took me totally off the glipizide, and it still seems to be doing pretty good.
Fantastic.
Because we might even try to get you off of the metformin since you lost all the weight. I guess if you lose enough weight, sometimes that diabetes goes away.
Oh, absolutely. I have many patients that get off of the diabetic medication because, you get that excess weight off, the stress on your pancreas goes away, and starts secreting the right amount of insulin, and you start doing well. So that could be you. So keep up the good work, Steve. You're doing basically everything you can. You're like a textbook perfect patient.
Yeah, I'm trying. On the Fortify Focus that I take every day, at this weight, should I take one or two?
Well, at least one, 2 a day would not hurt you. 2 a day with inflammation in the retina. You could go to 2 a day, absolutely, and see if you benefit from that. It has no negative side effects whatsoever at 2 per day. That would be 12 milligrams of astaxanthin. That would be 20 milligrams of lutein and 4 milligrams of zeaxanthin isomers. And I have a lot of patients doing that. I take 2 a day prior to, I'm on 2 a day almost indefinitely now. Because I'm racing the car so much, my night vision, my reaction time has improved at 2 per day. So you might want to try 2 per day.
Now, the Fortify Focus, does it have anything to do with reducing the thickness of the retina?
Absolutely. Astaxanthin is one of the nutrients that crosses the blood-retinal barrier, all right? Gets into the retina, also gets into the brain. Remember, astaxanthin is the most potent natural anti-inflammatory, natural antioxidant that we know of. And so it helps combat against oxidation and inflammation. You have inflammation and oxidation going on in your retina, both of those things. We see many patients. I have a group of patients north of Gainesville that will not take any medication, will not have injections, and they come to see me in the villages. We treat it naturally because everybody else has kicked them out of their office. But I have had some of these patients actually improve when we double up the Fortify Focus. People that have had macular edema, whether it's cystoid macular edema, clinically significant macular edema, whatever it is, I've had patients that have improved. As a matter of fact, we have seen in our retina department with Dr. Michael Tolentino using a combination of these supplements, things like Fortify Focus, MacuHealth, Fortify Macular Defense, things like this, and combination of these, we're actually doing less injections in the eye now for patients that have swollen retinas. So it's a good thing.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to me today. I surely do appreciate it.
All right, Steve. I'm always available. You know that. You take care, brother.
All right. Take care, man. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Steve and Bob have been callers for years. And Steve has actually, I think he's benefited really from this radio show. He's been an avid listener for a long time. And look at that. Lost a lot of weight, maybe getting off his diabetic medication. And if he wasn't going down that path, he very well could have been totally blind in both eyes. And, he's still not out of the woods yet. He does have some complications going on, but he's got a great group of doctors. He's got a general ophthalmologist. He's got a retina specialist. Heck, he's got me, too, in his corner. So what more can you ask for? All right, you're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Michael Lang. 1-866-977-4820, 1-866-977-4820. If you've got a question regarding your vision or eye care or a nutritionally related topic, go ahead and pick up the phones. Once again, 1-866-977-4820. Gainesville, Ocala. I know a lot of you think, Dr. Lang's probably running a tape again, so you're not wanting to hear the same tape, but this is not a tape. Today is Saturday, October 14th. 2017, 9:29 in the morning, so I am live. Let's talk a little bit about dry eye, okay? Dry eye is something that all of us experience sooner or later in our life. An eye that feels sandy, gritty, burns, tears, itches, fluctuation in vision, okay? Driving down the road at night, vision's very bad. You blink a lot and your vision improves. Well, this is dry eye. And the simplest approach is to use artificial tears. But the artificial tears you buy over the counter are kind of like the omega-3 fish oils and the vitamins you buy over the counter. I don't recommend it because most of it's garbage. So using a good lubricating eye drop, I like Oasis Tears Plus the best, and then Blink preservative-free second best. The Blink you buy over the counter has preservatives and is made in China. You can get both Oasis Tears Plus and Blink preservative-free tears at the Lang Eye Institute, or you can get it on Fortify.com. The reason I like these lubricants, they have hyaluronic acid in them. That's a natural anti-inflammatory. It binds to the epithelium. It lasts about 3 times longer than the stuff you buy over the counter. So for dry eyes, we use lubricating eye drops first. We nutrify the glands by taking a good omega-3. Make sure it's a triglyceride form omega-3 fish oil. Fortify Super Omega is that. It's $28, so very inexpensive. You take 2 per day if you have really dry eyes. You can add the Fortify Focus to that. Remember, that's the double whammy against inflammation and oxidation in the eye. So Fortify Focus, due to the astaxanthin, lowers inflammation in the meibomian glands, so you secrete a healthier tear film. So now we can use the good lubricating eye drops. We can take Fortify Super Omega or a good triglyceride omega-3 and astaxanthin or Fortify Focus. You got to clean your lashes really well. Clean them because our eyelashes are one of the dirtiest parts of our body. We have bacteria, viruses, mites. Yes, that's right. Demodex mites hang out on our eyelashes. So we got to clean the eyelashes. If you wake up in the morning, your eyes are crusted shut, you got this thick, crusty stuff on your eyelashes during the day, and especially in the morning, well, then this is a problem. It's going to clog your meibomian glands. You're going to have dry eye. The best solution to clean your lids with, bar none, is called Clearadex. There's 2 types of Clearadex. Clearadex pads, they're potent, they burn a little bit, and then Clearadex Light, it's a foam. You can get both of those on our website. You can get them at the Lang Eye Institute. You can get them at Fortify Nutrition Center in Ocala. But Clearadex has a derivative of tea tree oil that kills these mites and deactivates the bacteria and the virus. So remember, we got to clean them, and then we got to heat the lids. So we heat the lids with a warm washcloth 3 times a day for 5 minutes, or the Brooder mask that you can also get online at Fortify.com. The Brooder mask, you put it in the microwave for 20-25 seconds, and then you Velcro it around your face, and it heats up the glands, opening up these glands. So one more time, we clean them, we heat them, we lubricate them, and we nutrify them. That's going to help your dry eye. And 85 to 90% of patients, your symptoms are going to resolve if you do this. It takes a couple of months. If that still doesn't work, we put these little plugs in your drains. It's kind of like putting the stopper in the bathtub. We put a little silicone stopper in your drains. Your tears stay on the eye a lot longer, bathing your eye in natural tears. This is called punctal occlusion for dry eye, okay? It works. It's covered by your insurance. It's covered by Medicare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare. And then the final phase, if you have the driest of dry eyes, and I see all of you guys, then we actually put stem cells on your cornea via an amniotic membrane. We leave it on your eye for 5 days, and it really helps. So if you have really dry eyes, this is the combination. We are a dry eye center of excellence at the Lang Eye Institute. We've tried many other aspects to help dry eyes, from, meibomian gland probing, laser of the meibomian glands, IPLs. We've tried LipiFlow. We've tried all of that. And now the most cost-effective, best ways that are covered by your insurance are what we just talked about. There are other things that you pay thousands of dollars for that aren't covered by insurance. That, believe it or not, we don't get any better results with. All right, we're going back to the phones. But if you want to give me a call, the phone number is 1-866-977-4820. All right, back to the phones. Wilma in Spar, good morning.
Good morning. Say, I have a daughter who has Crohn's disease. She's 45. And I was wondering if that Fortify Focus would be harmful for her to take, because you know how they have such a strange diet.
Right, absolutely. So I think Crohn's disease I think absolutely. I've got tons of patients with Crohn's that take the Fortify Focus, okay?
Good.
And people
Yeah.
with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, people with ulcerative colitis that use Fortify Focus. Fortify Focus, once again, Crohn's is an inflammatory component in the end of the small intestines, all right? And you know what Crohn's is, so I don't have to educate you on that. Also, these patients with Crohn's are more likely to have very dry eye as well. So a combination of the omega-3 and the Fortify Focus will help some of the complications related to Crohn's disease that are ocular in origin, but will also help. I think there's some limited studies out there showing it can help some of these lesions in the intestines due to the oxidation, antioxidant, and the anti-inflammatory components. And obviously, she needs to be on a specific diet. I would recommend, gluten-free, FODMAP-free. I would also consider having her on probiotics and enzymes, okay? So enzymes you would have right before, prior to eating, maybe 5-10 minutes before eating. The enzymes will actually help her break down the fats, the carbohydrates, the proteins. We make an enzyme called Fortify Enzymes that works very well. And then probiotics are very important. You can either take those in the pill form. Fortify makes a probiotic. You want to take that on an empty stomach, so first thing in the morning and at bedtime. And she may want to consider eating some fermented foods as well. Foods like, believe it or not, like sauerkraut, organic miso soup, or tempeh, kombucha, that fermented cabbage. So there's a lot of fermented foods that may help her as well. But definitely, follow advice of her doctor and a good nutritional counselor.
Well, would one pill or two would be benefit for her?
How much does she weigh?
About 140.
Yeah, I would just start with one Fortify Focus and probably one omega-3. I would start with that and certainly let her doctor know she's on it. But I got to tell you, the combination of the two of those, I've seen amazing reductions in inflammation in the body when patients are on this.
Well, she takes the fish oil from her doctor, and it's in a liquid form.
All right, so the liquid form of fish oil is probably a triglyceride form.
Yeah,
so it's probably good. It cannot be an ethyl ester form because that will aggravate these lesions in her intestines. So if it's a triglyceride form, she's going to be fine. If it's liquid, I like it to be in a glass bottle, not a plastic bottle. It has to be refrigerated. All right?
Yes, it is.
And then after about 25, 26 days, even in the refrigerator, the liquid form starts to develop peroxides and acidines. It starts to spoil. So only buy a month's supply. Don't buy a 3-month supply or a 6-month supply in the liquid form. Only a month's supply because once you open it is when the rancidity starts. I used to have a liquid, and I only have the gel caps now because when it's encapsulated in this gelatin, it seals it, and it does not go rancid.
And so would the gel caps be equivalent to this liquid?
Absolutely. You would probably need to take 2 a day
Yeah.
of that. Yes, 2 a day of the gel caps, and it might even be more potent than the liquid. And then she's going to get really, really good absorption. And if you use our Fortify Super Omega, it is the most potent triglyceride form on the market right now, and it's under $30.
Yeah, I know. I take it. About the enzymes, you said you got a Fortify enzyme or pill or something.
Right. We do have Fortify enzymes, and you can learn about it on our website. There's a whole section where you go to the enzyme section on Fortify vitamins. If you're near Ocala, you can go by and you're in Ocala, right? Right around there, Spar. So you can go to the nutrition center right there. It's Fortify Vitamins right on 17th Street, right next to Wood U. It's in between State Road 200 and 441. You can't miss us on the right-hand side, the Fortify Vitamin sign.
And you take this enzyme before a meal, right?
Yes, ma'am, about 5 to 10 minutes before the meal, and it's going to help her digest the food much better, much better.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Doctor.
All right, Wilma. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, you're listening to Ask the Doctor. Give me a call, 866-977-4820. 866-977-4820, or watch me on Facebook right now. News Talk 820. Go to the nope. He gave it to me. I'll tell you what it is on Facebook here. It is News Talk Florida. There we go. So go to News Talk Florida, and you can watch me on Facebook News Talk Florida. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on LinkedIn. You can follow me on Google+, Facebook, Instagram, numerous other social medias. If you go to my website, just simply my name, drmichaellang.com, DR, don't put a period after it. Don't spell it out, just drmichaellang.com. And that will hook you up with all of our other companies and all of our other websites. Also, you got to check out paleosimplified.com. This is a company that develops food that is great for people that have digestive issues, okay? It's gluten-free. It is all paleo in origin. It doesn't have any anti-nutrients in it like oats. It doesn't have any wheat, barley, or rye. Also, we make 3 different bars and paleo honey nut fruit crunch. That's a granola you can use as a cereal with no oats in it. Remember, oats are an anti-nutrient. So paleosimplified.com. You can come by and try it at our nutrition center at Fortify Vitamins in Ocala. You can try the crunch, try any bar before you buy it. The Lang Eye Institute, you can buy them. You can buy them on Amazon.com, paleosimplified.com, or fortify.com. And a lot of the health food stores, things like Whole Foods and Fresh Market and food fairs, and have them in their their organic bar section. All right, let's go back to the phones. Steve in Clearwater, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I'd like to ask a question. Since the brain is really where you see and not the eye, why can your brain, for instance, take an upside-down image on your retina and you see it right side up, interpret it?
Mm-hmm.
It's completely reversed. And not only that, but your eye does other things, like it fills in the blind spot. You're not conscious of the blind spot. It's all the way the brain is taking that information. If the brain can do that, why can't it straighten out those lines on the Amsler grid?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I mean, it's doing so many other major things. And for instance, the optic chiasma, the information is completely scrambled at that midpoint. Why can it do so many things in reprogramming the image, and it can't straighten out those stupid little lines?
Right, for people with macular degeneration. I mean, you bring up a valid point, Steve. It's interesting because, you do see with the brain, not the eye. The eye is the organ that transmits the image via the optic nerve through the optic chiasm to the visual cortex. And they're actually taking people that don't even have eyes, Steve. This is a German study where they've taken people that lost their eyes, had prosthetic eyes, glass eyes, put a pair of glasses with a camera on the glasses, and then they take a lead wire that acts as the optic nerve and they connect it to the visual cortex. And these patients are able to get in a car and drive through a maze without hitting the sides, and they're making it better and better and better. So we are literally going to have a bionic eye soon, like Leah Majors had. Remember the $6 Million Man years ago? And it's interesting to bring that up. We had, when we were in school, we were required to put these glasses on that inverted the image. They made everything look upside down, and we had to wear them until our brain actually saw things naturally. All right. And it took some people, it took 15 minutes. Some people, it took an hour, 2 hours for the brain to see things correctly. All right. Then the crazy thing was this. Now you take your glasses off, and guess what? Everything's upside down.
Oh, that'd be scary.
Yeah, and then you're wondering how long is it going to take to go back, and it went back pretty quickly. But that is a very good question. You always have some good questions.
Well, another thing I noticed, and I still don't know what's wrong with my left eye, but that would have to depend on God for that. But I noticed that there's when I look up in the sky, there's certain stars that will disappear and certain stars that won't. Like Spica will disappear, or Orion will, certain stars in Orion and others won't. Is that because they have spectral differences, or is it because of amplitude or magnitude?
No, it's probably because of your optic nerve, believe it or not. I mean, you're very, very keen on your senses. So you have a blind spot. It's very difficult for you to figure it out. We can pick it up with a visual field test. I can pick it up with confrontational fields. But everybody has a blind spot. Remember, the optic nerve plugs into the back of your retina, and that optic nerve has no retina around it. So when you're looking, stargazers notice this all the time. A whole quadrant of the stars will disappear. And you'll notice it when you have one eye closed. With both eyes open, you don't notice it because the other eye compensates. But that's very correct. Especially stargazers will notice that a celestial body will disappear, and they're going, why'd that go away? And that's because of your blind spot.
Well, it's really amazing, and I know, you know, a lot of things in our body are reversed, you know, like the eyesight and the image is reversed and everything. I think if you want to do something just for fun, you know, speech is reversed too. You know, the old thing where they said they heard messages in Beatles records going backwards?
Right.
If you listen to a tape backwards, about every 90 seconds, you'll hear words backwards. And it's actually the most of the speech is left brain, but some of the speech, very little, is right brain. And we actually do speak backwards. Maybe once every 90 seconds, we'll say 2 or 3 words backwards. It's really amazing. The brain is so wonderful.
Wow.
It's really made. The CIA used to do that to find out information beyond lie detector psychological stress. But anyway,
very
God's
neat.
Pretty good to us.
Well, Steve, I learned something every time you call.
Oh, and why did you sell the other offices? You made it so much. Why did you make everything your talent so inaccessible to so many people?
I got to tell you, I'm 56, and there's a time in life when somebody comes and makes you an offer you can't refuse. You got to jump on it, you know?
You just told Steve that 68 isn't old, so don't use that excuse.
I know. I don't know. I mean, it was just, I'll be honest with you. I was made an offer I couldn't refuse. That doesn't mean I won't continue to expand. So, you know, now I've got that one office, and who knows, you know, I might start opening some other offices in the area. We'll have to see.
You know, you got to get as many as McDonald's has.
Steve, you take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So anyway, yeah, a lot of my patients can't get to me as easily. You know, I kept the Lang Eye Institute because it's dead center of the Villages. It's not that far. I live on Safety Harbor, right there on Bayshore Drive, and I drive to the Villages to see patients. Now, every now and then I'll stay at the Hampton Inn right there in the Villages, so I don't have to drive back and forth, because I actually sold my house in Ocala also. You know, I had a home in Golden Acres in Ocala, and I sold it a few months ago. And so I have the Bayshore Drive home right here in Safety Harbor. So it's not that bad a drive. It really isn't. The Villages is a hop, skip, and a jump from wherever you are. And I got to tell you, I'm going to brag a little bit about the Lang Eye Institute. There is nothing like it around. It's close to 30,000 square feet. We've got a specialist of just about every aspect of healthcare. I mean, we've got dentistry, we've got hearing, naturopathic, retina, you know, foot care. We've got it all. Eye surgery, you know, nutritional eye care, all under one roof. The Lang Eye Institute. You can learn more at langeyecare.com or drmichaellang.com. And I'm going to give you the phone number once again for the Lang Eye Institute. And remember, Michael Tolentino, MD, a world-renowned retina specialist, is at the Lang Eye Institute now. So the phone number to the Lang Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. That's 352-753-4014. Also, I'm going to talk briefly before they take the next caller about astaxanthin. You've heard me talk about our Fortify Focus for many years now. I got to tell you, there is some amazing studies, big studies that have actually been published now about using Astareal astaxanthin. That's the type of astaxanthin that we have. For all of you that are athletes out there, it reduces the buildup of lactic acid. It supports endurance and muscle performance. It supports sustained energy and athletic performance. It improves power output, supports muscle recovery, protects against exercise-induced muscle damage, promotes good circulation, nutrition, and oxidation to the muscles, and also promotes mental clarity and focus, not to mention all the stuff it does for the eye, and it minimizes fine lines and wrinkles in the face. So basically, muscle functioning, the Fortify Focus is amazing for this. So if you're an athlete, consider combining that in your regimen of supplements, combining it with the Fortify Super Protein, and you're going to benefit. So it's good for every cell in your body. Fortify Focus. As a matter of fact, we're going to have one of the leading scientists on astaxanthin, probably as a guest on here with me, I don't know, sometime in November or December. I'll let you know more about that. We're going back to the phones. Lori in Gainesville, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
All right, I'm hanging in there. What station do you hear me on?
97.3.
Good. I'm glad we're coming in today. What can I do for you?
Yes, I have a question. During my annual exam, I had a normal puff test, but when I did the visual field test, which I felt like the light was really bright, inhibiting my ability to even see those spots, I guess the doctor decided that I had a little bit of peripheral, I don't know whether she thought I had a problem or what, but then she recommended the tonometry. I was a little bit skittish about having that because I understand they put a needle in your cornea. So I haven't had that, but if the puff test was normal, is it necessary that I have the tonometry?
Absolutely, because the puff can be very misleading. It can be too high, it can be too low. It's not, it's more of a screening device. I mean, some of these puffs are very accurate, but tonometry is not a needle, all right? Tonometry is a flat, kind of like a probe, all right? And we put a topical anesthetic in your eye. It just touches the tear film. You don't feel it at all, but it is very accurate. It tells us definitively what the pressure is in the eye. Now, remember, Lori, in order to have glaucoma, you got to have a few things. Number one, your optic nerve has to look damaged. You have to have what we call a large cup-to-disc ratio, okay? So if your optic nerve is damaged, you have to have loss of peripheral vision, so you have to have a poor visual field. There's something called an OCT of your optic nerve you have to have. The OCT of the optic nerve is non-invasive. It's like a photograph of your retina, but what it does, it reads the insulation surrounding your optic nerve, okay? So if that insulation is thick and robust, all right, your optic nerve is of normal caliber and your visual field is normal, sometimes it really doesn't matter what your pressure in your eye is, as long as it's not 30 or 40 or 50, okay? Because we have many patients that will have a 25 pressure, yet they do not have glaucoma. They have a thick cornea, all right? So the other thing is when they do test your tonometry, all right, they have to put that anesthetic in, have them also check the thickness of your cornea at the same time. It's something called pachymetry, and since your eye is numb, it's almost like the same probe. It takes 1 second to do. So you want them to read the corneal thickness, because if you have a thick cornea, your pressure is going to read artificially higher than it really is. So a thick cornea is good for you as if you're suspicious for glaucoma. And then some natural things you can do, Lori, to lower pressure in your eye is cardiovascular exercise. 20 minutes 5 times a week can lower the pressure in your eye as much as 30%. A good omega-3 fish oil, like we've been talking about, can actually lower the pressure too. So the combination of cardiovascular exercise, omega-3, but I would definitely have the tonometry done. I mean, you're not going to feel it. It's not a needle. You know, technicians can do it, but ask the doctor to do it, not the technician.
Okay, I actually had the imaging of the optic nerve done, and it appeared to be normal, she said, but maybe slightly dilated. So that's why she's recommending the tonometry.
Yeah, I think it's always best to err on the side of caution. I mean, glaucoma is something relatively easy to treat as long as it does not go undetected. And so sometimes if they're just not sure and your pressure's a little high, you know, some of the tests you do are a little bit ambiguous. They're not perfect, but they're not bad, but yet your pressure's 23 or 24. Then they may want to just treat it, especially if your corneas aren't thick, you know, as a preventative approach, you know, with 1 drop in your eye at bedtime with a prostaglandin analog. The only bad side effect is it grows your eyelashes longer. So, you know, keep that in the back of your mind. Sometimes they may want to treat this so you don't have a problem down the road. Now, if you're at 90 years old, I wouldn't worry about it, but you sound pretty young, so you don't want to have glaucoma go undetected and untreated.
Right. Thanks so much. I appreciate your advice.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Michael Lang. of the Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins, also Paleo Simplified now. Remember, if you're looking for that little quick pick-me-up, a snack in between meals, or you want a breakfast where you don't want to have these anti-nutrients that are in most of the granolas and most of the breakfast foods that you're eating, consider Paleo Simplified. We've got 3 bars and a great granola. Go to paleosimplified.com or fortify.com. Go by the Lang Fortify Vitamin location right there on 17th Street, and you can try the Paleo Crunch and you can try the bars. Also, you can try the protein. I mean, heck, you can have lunch free on me. So you can try the protein, you can try the superfood and the paleo at no charge. If you like it, you buy it. If you don't like it, save your money. All right, let's go back to the phones. I don't know who it is. It might be Edna or Ida. Ida or Edna, what is it? In Beverly Hills.
Hi, Dr. Lang. Nice to talk to you again.
Good morning.
My granddaughter texted me from college and said that she accidentally slept with her contact lens in, and she's having problems with opening her eyes.
Yeah, so obviously she needs to take the contact out of her eye, all right? And probably use some artificial tears, rinse her eyes out with some tap water, put some artificial tears in her eyes. And her eyes are going to probably be a little gummy and mucousy on the lids. Have her clean that with a warm washcloth. And then see how her eyes feel and see how her vision is. If her eyes are red and irritated and painful, she needs to go see an optometrist or ophthalmologist today, okay? Because
I told her that she should, she's away at college, and so I told her she should. So she said, she texted back to say that she was going to go today.
Right. Most of the time, Edith, most of the time, if you sleep in a contact, new generation contacts are very oxygen permeable. So most of the time, if you sleep in them, you're okay. And a lot of them are FDA approved to leave in, but she might be in a daily wear lens that's not made to sleep in. Chances are she's going to be okay. I mean, she'll know if she has a corneal ulcer because she'll have a lot of pain and it'll be very red. So if she's in doubt, let her go to her local optometrist that's open on Saturday, because there's a lot of optometrists in almost every town that's open on Saturdays.
Good. Okay, thank you.
All right, Ida. Take care.
Know that it's not going to be extremely bad.
I don't think it's going to be, but you never know, because a corneal ulcer can be bad, and that's one of the side effects you can get from sleeping in contacts. But usually it's just a little red irritation. Usually it's not a corneal ulcer from sleeping in it one night. People that corneal ulcers are the ones that abuse it, and they sleep in them all the time, okay?
That's a relief to know. Thanks.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. 1-866-977-4820. All right, remember, if you're not happy with the eye care that you're getting, get a second opinion. We're always available at the Lang Eye Institute for second opinions. The phone number for the Lang Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. That's 352-753-4014. Also, if you're overweight, you can learn more about the Lang diet I developed. The average person, if they follow this diet protocol, it also has some lifestyle adjustments, loses 6 pounds a week. And you can just Google the Lang diet, or you can look at it on fortify.com or drmichaellang.com. And remember, the fall special right now, I'm holding up once again, Fortify Super Protein. Anybody and everybody can take this. It's a great way to get extra protein and stimulate glutathione, stimulate your immune system. Remember, when you buy both the Fortify Super Protein and the Organic Blue-Green Superfood, you're getting 25% off of both of them if you use the FALL25 is the promo code. Write that down, FALL25, when you go to the website at fortify.com. Or you call Fortify Vitamins Monday through Friday and talk to the staff there. Just let them know you heard me talk about it and you want the fall special, Fall 25. So the phone number for Fortify Vitamins Monday through Friday is 866-503-9746. One more time, that's 866-503-9746. Now remember, if you go to Fortify Vitamins in Ocala, you can try the protein, you can try the superfood, you can try all of the Paleo Simplified bars and crunch before you buy it, all right? What else? Follow me on drmichaellang.com. You can go to social media, and that way you can follow me on all the different social medias. And that sounds like the music's on, so I got to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in, listening to Ask the Doctor. Have a great day. God bless you.